Dr. Bryant is going to be joining us today. Um, please let's get Dr. Bryant clean. Hold on, man.
Good
What time?
morning. He
Hold
ready
on
to,
now.
okay. I should have.
Hold
Come
on,
on.
hold on, Doc. Don't
I
do
need my
that at
Sundays
9:20
best. Wait
a.m.
a
in the morning
minute.
now. Come on now. Come
Man,
on.
listen, I had to get ready to come see you.
You know, let me go. Let me matter of fact, I'll be right back. Not just joking, man. Good morning, man. How you doing?
Good morning to all of you.
Morning.
You're joining the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. Ty Cooper, myself, Tierra Berry.
Good
Let's get to
morning.
you, man. Tell us what's going on uh, with Dr. Bryant today.
Man, I'm excited. The reality is that COVID-19 has hit the black community in a crazy, cruel way. Being black in America is a pre existing condition. So we've been impacted by so many levels, whether it is in unemployment, absence of health care, subpar education. And so tomorrow, New Birth, I need all of the family community to hear this. New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Stonecrest, Georgia, is going to give groceries to 8,000 families. Y'all heard
Oh
me. Not
wow.
Damn.
80, not 800, 8,000 families. So anybody who is
Mm-hmm.
within driving distance of DeKalb County, beginning at 10 o'clock, I need you to please meet us at the church. You don't have to be a member. You ain't even got to be a Christian. All you got to do is have a need, because it is our responsibility to meet the needs of the community.
Sir, I
Hey, that
like that.
is wow.
I like that. Me,
Come get your
it's
fish and
interesting
loaves
you
of bread.
it's interesting you said that. Me and Tierra was talking earlier before Ty came on about community and impact and how
Mm-hmm.
it gets frustrating when you see, even though we get it, the little things matter, but but sometimes it's always the little things. What made you say, okay, if we're gonna do this, right? Because 8,000 is
Gotta
an
do
impact. That ain't
that's
that ain't that
yeah.
ain't that ain't no skipping a
That's a
jump.
village for
Uh,
sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
what
no,
what
we had
made
to make
you?
an impact. We had to
Yeah,
make an
wait.
impact because I feel like the church is out of touch with this generation. This generation don't care about singing and shouting. They want to know about serving. And for far too long, the church has just been locked in its four walls behind the stained glass windows. And what millennials are looking for, are you engaged and involved with the community? They don't want to know how
Mm-hmm.
well my choir can sing or whether I can preach. What are y'all doing? That's what you're going to hear in every barbershop, in every beauty salon, in every flea market. And so we wanted to step up to the plate. And the reason why it's so important is because you all would know the black church has not been involved loudly in the Black Lives Matter movement. And so a lot of young people are asking, where is the church? We done seen the black and white footage with Dr. King, but we want to know, where is it
Mm-hmm.
now? And so New
Right.
Birth is
Right.
really trying to step up to the plate to say to a generation, we're still relevant, we're still real, and we're still relatable. And so not only are we giving out groceries tomorrow, but we're doing free COVID-19 testing. Because the data comes back, the overwhelming majority of our people don't have insurance, don't have health
Mm-hmm.
care, and far too many
Mm-hmm.
black men only go to the hospital when they go to the emergency room. And so tomorrow you're going to be able to know your status, and you'll do it all from your car. We're doing it touchless. You will never get out the car, not for the groceries or for the tests. And here's what's exciting.
Let-
New Birth is the largest land owning black church in America. Largest land owning black church in America. So, one
Mm-hmm.
of the things that we decided to do is we have planted an urban garden on our property so that young
Wow. We was
people
just
will
talking
learn
about
about
this.
agriculture. Our seniors
Mm-hmm.
will be able to have access to fresh vegetation. So we're not just talking it, we're really trying to live it out.
you know what's crazy? You're about to get my whole support. Just I don't
I
know if
want
this is
all
a
of it.
sign or where this is coming from. Yesterday, I literally just had a conversation with a young lady that goes to my congregation, my church. And the conversation was literally, why do we not see the church? That, like,
Yeah.
why didn't the church have his own, like you said, regardless of who, what, when, where, and why didn't the church have its own Black Lives Matter march? Why didn't the church have its own? And it seems like what you guys are doing, or what you're doing, is like, okay, let's break this concept of what we think it is, and let's connect to
Right.
people on the level that they are. Like you said, they want to know what we doing. They don't care about
Right.
how we doing it, when we doing it. Are we doing something? Yes or no. That's the only thing millennials care about. That's the only thing they care about. Are we gonna do this? Yes or no. That's it.
No, I think COVID is the best thing that happened to the Black church. And the reason I think so is because COVID has forced us to leave the building. So much of what it is that we did was inside, but now we got to go from the sanctuary to the street corner. And we can no
Right.
longer hide behind stained glass windows. We now got to go out there and meet people where it is that they are. And so I think in COVID, we're going to find out where the real churches are. In order for you to
Exactly.
do church, do you need the cameras and the lights, or can you do
Come
it
on now.
in the thick of it for
Come on.
people who are
Yep.
not getting their stimulus checks, for the people
Exactly.
who've
Come
been
on
laid
now.
off? And I think that this is
Mm-hmm.
really the proving ground of an authentic church, is what we do in a time of crisis.
I love
I
that
love
you
that so
are taking it there, because a lot of churches that we have seen, well, really, to be honest with you, it's like a church almost on every corner in Atlanta. Where
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and a lot of pastors or a lot of congregations, they don't know how to take it outside of the church. Like, case in point, what you
much.
just said. So you're doing innovative things like the free COVID testing, where you're setting it up and providing that free mobile COVID testing service to you. Like, I like when you said you don't even have to be a Christian. Like, anybody can come and get that. Tell
Right.
us more about all the things and the services that you are providing, like this amazing service with the free COVID testing.
No, I'm excited. Thank you. One of the things that we're doing is our emerging generations, which those of us who grew up in the church, that's the youth department. The emerging generations is now setting up
Thank you
for
for
us to do the
translating that.
after. Oh yeah, I'm trying to help you. You my girl. Is so many of Black and brown students are running behind in virtual space. Think about us. How hard you had to fight in the classroom, but to do it more
Mm.
from doing it at home. What I often say, and y'all are really gonna go off on this, we have left homeschooling to parents who don't even go to PTA. So if they were not involved at home before, how are you expecting
Child.
them to check homework now? And so,
Right.
so many of our young people are running behind because they don't have the support that's needed and necessary. And so the church has got a responsibility to try to pull that up.
I love that.
Hmm.
I
Well,
love
thank you
that.
so much
And
for taking that initiative. Especially because just thinking about just what the church represents, and going back from a biblical standpoint, Jesus was in the community. His disciples were in the community. It wasn't, oh, if I can just get to the altar where Jesus is. No, it's if I can just touch the hem of his garment in the street corners.
Come
That's
on
that's
now,
Mm.
how
look at you.
that's how the community and the church environment needs to be. Not at the building, but amongst each other, in community with each other, the best way possible. So definitely
No,
supporting
the
that initiative
church
and
is
pulling
the
up tomorrow.
church. Yeah, the church is supposed to be controversial. The reality is 92% of what Jesus did was in the streets. And now
Hmm.
92% of what the church does is in the building. I had so many Christians who were
Mm.
upset with me because for that last election, we took our church buses outside Magic City and said, any of y'all that need a ride, we gonna take you there. I said, man, what in the
come
world
on,
is a
man.
preacher doing outside of Magic City? Because that's what Jesus did. We got to be able to
Come
Hmm.
on
push the
now.
envelope to make people uncomfortable. If that's not what we're doing, it's not church, it's a country club. So we ought to be outside of the club,
Come
ought
on
to be
now.
outside of the mall, ought to be outside of the flea market, because that's the
Come
call of
on.
God on our lives, to go and reach those. If we just massaging people who are already saved, it's not the work of the church. We got to go to
Come
those who
on,
don't
man.
believe in God, who have given up on God and got church hurt. And when you do that, that's when a whole nother generation is going to rise up.
Amen.
Hey man,
Absolutely love it.
I'm pushing this. I'm promoting this. I'm finna let you know right now. I'm gonna be pushing this all weekend because the one thing that you just touched in my heart is the simplicity of stop telling me, hey, I'm inviting you to come. I would like for you to come. No, come to me. Make
Yeah,
make make me see what you believe so that I can share that with my friends
In
and
action.
let them know that
Mm-hmm.
this man came to me, shook my hand, talked to me
yeah,
at, like you said, at the mall or at the
yeah,
skating ring or whatever, and made me feel I was a instead of making it a show. Like, oh,
right.
Mm-hmm.
it's the lights, camera, and action. I
But
love
Yeah,
that's
it,
the
man.
feel good part, right? So that's why people got complacent in that. They got complacent going into church, hollering, screaming, jumping, shouting. Hey, it's a concert. Hey, hey, opposed to what they're really supposed to be there for. So I appreciate you
right.
taking it back to where it's supposed to be, Dr. Bryant. I
Mm-hmm.
really appreciate that. But can you leave our audience with a good word of wisdom or something that can really minister to their soul today?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. The call of Christ has called you to be fearfully and wonderfully made. You were never supposed to fit in. You're always supposed to stand out. Greatness is always uniqueness, and uniqueness comes with loneliness. So if you're going through something and you're not getting a lot of support, not a lot of affirmation, you're on the right path and you're on the right trail. Many people won't see you when you take off, but they'll all be there when you land. Please know in this moment, if you're going, you can't quit because you'll be where it is that you started. I'm cheering for you, and I believe God still has his hand on your life.
Amen.
Oh my God.
Hallelujah.
I, I keep telling
That
y'all
spoke
I'm
Wonderful.
to
great.
me.
I'm just
Okay.
Jesus. Thank
That
you,
I'm
spoke
man.
to
ready for
me.
the
I
next.
thought he was
I'm gonna
looking right at me.
I'm gonna make sure I get the word out for you. I'm gonna make sure I get that word out for you, and the information I'm gonna
Man,
be
thank you.
having
Let me,
rolling out.
yeah, no, I appreciate it. I want to invite the three of you and everybody who's in y'all's family to hang out with New Birth. You can find all of our information at newbirth.org or on all of my
Mm-hmm.
social media, Jamal H. Bryant. If you don't see a blue check, it ain't me. At Jamal H. Bryant. Hang out with us. New Birth
The
is time to
real
make a
Jamal
difference.
is Brian, y'all. Thank
Yeah.
you so
All right,
much for
man.
joining
No
us on
time
the
for fake
Rolling Out
ones.
AM Wake Up Call.
Be safe, man.
Awesome.
Thank y'all for
Thank
having me.
you.